Yo, are we on? Is this thing on? What's going on? This is your mama channel. Yeah. Go get your mama and let her know we on. We on. We on. All right. This is not gonna be long at all. This is an election year, and we need to nominate a president, somebody that's gonna handle the business and represent all of our interests and make sure we can, try to aspire to be a part of the American dream. So I think it's time for us to select a candidate. We've seen a lot of folk, but nobody really has stepped up to the plate. Uh, Donald Trump, of course, but that's don't get me started. But I got somebody colder than Donald Trump. Is y'all ready? Because this ain't gonna take long. I nominate this dude here. I almost said this Joker, but I ain't gonna even say he that. Because when I was coming up, they were saying never underestimate the powers of the handicap. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the way the way it was used back in the day on the Living Color. Shout out to the Wayans brothers, the geniuses. And how right now it took a cat with one eye to help us see clearly as he calls out all the gang members and the hip hop artists and anybody who is attacking the black community and disrespecting the black woman. So uh we're gonna select Charleston White. And I got with no further ado, here's some of the reasons why. Because this dude is off the chain. Check him out. This dude off the chain.
The author of these books, the author of these children's books, homie, he was a commissioner in Detroit, Michigan. He writes children's books. So he produced a children's book. He was a government official, a commissioner in Michigan. He reached out to Gilly because he respect Gilly and Wallow them. Nigga, the man come back with that response. Now this is a business associate of mine. So I'm saying, I remember when Gilly's son got killed and somebody came on my live and they tried to get me to say something bad about his son. And this was a good friend of mine. It was a good friend of mine that tried to get me to say something bad about Gilly's son. And I got mad at my friend and kicked him offline. And I showed Gilly compassion and mercy publicly on stage. Only for him to come back. So nigga, fuck his son. So now I'm being petty. Yeah, now nigga, the gloves is out. It's disrespect. Once you disrespect me, I can disrespect your dead grandma. She can't hear me. She ain't got no business. Fuck that bitch. I can disrespect your son who was killed by a drunk driver. Fuck that dead baby. I can disrespect your daughter's child who she lost in a miscarriage. Nigga, fuck the bitch because the bitch couldn't have no healthy baby. All that shit is fair game to me. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about your feelings when you step on my toe. And it's all for entertainment anyway. It's ugly entertainment, but I love it. And I'm a petty, mean motherfucker when I don't like you.
Hey. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, who reminds you of that? Who started out their presidential campaign talking about the Hispanics? They we ain't gonna even reiterate what he said, but who started his campaign off, kicking it off? You know what I mean? Just in the craziest way you can imagine. Now, imagine. Now, this is a guy that shoots from the hip. President Trump, you know, he said, hey, uh, you know, what the hell you got to lose talking to the blacks? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell you got to lose? You dying in your neighborhoods anyway. The schools is failing you anyway. The police is shooting you in the back anyway, and you know, still voting Democratic. What the fuck? Hey, that resonated with a lot of folks, even though, you know, they had some trouble with him in the past or whatever. But imagine a debate with two sharpshooters that you know, shoot from the hip. They don't play no games. They just say exactly what they mean. They say what people scared to say, and truly exercising their freedom of speech with no fear of reprisal. You know what I mean? I think this is the pinnacle of true freedom when you can just say what it is. You know what I mean? You can make yourself crystal. You know, they say when you are always telling the truth, you got to keep your bags packed. You know, because people don't want to hear it. But you know, it may be time to hear some hard truths. You know, especially with what's going on in Chicago. You know, a lot of us have failed, you know, and then uh, if you know you fail and you silent about it, then and you see something going wrong and you don't resolve it or remedy it, then you are complicit in it. You know what I mean? It's like you are condoning it. You know, silence is the same as, you know, you up with the violence. You know what I mean? But then, you know, we'll get into that too. But check this dude out, because you know, I think we gonna back him up for president. Now, what do y'all think?
I don't like you. I don't like your kid. Your mom. You be going. It ain't no different than a nigga who do a drive-by shooting to shoot up your house knowing his kids, you know? It ain't no different. Yeah. Well, what do you say? People who are now sitting there saying, I don't give a damn who it. So yeah, my words shooting up.
It's starting to buck. It must be we must be that you already know you on.
I know how to pick words out of these books. I got a slew of words I can use. I got all kinds of books to read. Nigga, I got millions of words to put on you niggas. And I took notes with this shit. I got books on top of books. So now I'm and I know these words hurt. These words just don't hurt Gilly. They hurt his mama. They hurt his brothers. They hurt everybody that was at that funeral. I know it. And this shit done went by because he said something in the dark that came to the light. I showed him some compassion and mercy, even though most seem like, fuck it. People still out there. So what happens with? My son know how to make guns. My son build AR rifles. My son know how to break rifles down, shoot them. He's well trained. My son know how to use knives and hand-to-hand combat. And my son is unknown to the world. So is it? Let's say that if my son is unknown to the world, and don't nobody know. See, my son is a mixed breed, so it's hard to see him and say, "Hey, that's Charleston's son," and he know how to build guns, and he know how to build guns. But then you got all these, you know, it's a conversation I was having with
All right, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? This is as uncut as you can get. It's like putting your hand close to the fire without actually getting burned. You know what I mean? Because dude vicious, he vicious with his mouthpiece. But we can all do that. You know what I mean? It's just uh and then you can always say, "Oh, I was in character." It's not really me. You know what I mean? I'm just portraying a role or whatever. But um, you know, uh, I like the way I like his technique. You know what I mean? Because he basically showing you, he giving you the blueprint of how to monetize. You know what I mean? But money ain't everything. Um, it's just not. You know what I mean? So but if you need some bread and and you willing to jump out the window, then hey, you may not get a chance to spend. Hey, you may not get a chance to spend it, but you definitely can get it. You know what I mean? So dude, he got a wicked blueprint, and I think people gonna keep fueling it because they want to see, how far he can go. Now, hopefully, and he sounds like a very intelligent, learned individual. So hopefully, he'll be rolling around with the type of security that Barack Obama has. Not saying he didn't even need all that, but you know, um, we have a tendency of getting relaxed and careless in situations where you should be on point. Even the gang leaders in Chicago, we came up in a time where um, they was rolling through the city like the president with motorcades and blocking streets off, and they roll like that. You know what I mean? So we came up in it. It might be not like that if you're not from Chicago. But if you got some guys from Chicago in your town and they got some rank from here, you can believe they old. I'm gonna say they older. They know how to secure some shit. You know what I mean? Because it ain't saying you can't get got. It's just that they are very proficient in um offsetting any type of demonstration that may unfold as the day progresses and shit. So, you know, but that's a whole nother, we'll get into that later on. But check this dude out. Do y'all think he presidential material or not? You know? And shout out to some of my haters. I've been getting a lot of heat since I started my Yo Mama channel. You know what I mean? They owe me. I'm a little dog. How you bothering me? I ain't bothering nobody. Man, please. You would think I slapped a nigga mama when I started my channel, man. I'm feeling a lot of heat. You know what I mean? I ain't even broadcasting every day. I ain't did nothing to nobody. Man, these dudes got opinions. They mad. Man, you should do this, you should do that. Don't be doing this, don't say that. Make sure you wear this. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna do it anyway. Before I turn into Big Charleston, because I'm older than his ass. Let me finish. Cause this dude, he cracked me up. So I like to see where he at with it. Let's get back into it.
What people went yesterday, you got the people that go crazy on the social media saying, we can find him, we can touch him.
Nigga, mine been around for 5 years. They've been saying the same shit for 5 years. I said, fuck Nipsey Hussle. They said, oh, he gonna be dead. Whack 100 had a whole bit that I was dead by Christmas of 2 years ago. I don't now live. God is the author of life and death, so I don't fear death. See, death is the reward of breathing and living. to me. That's why I talk the way I talk. They've been saying this for 5 years, homie.
And you ain't worried about people trying to silence your voice?
They've been silencing my voice for how long? They've been silencing my voice for 5 years. Deleting the pages. They've been silencing me, but they can't silence me because my people won't let them. See, I was built by the people. Gilly was built by the industry. The people pushed me from the bottom. I rose from the bottom to stand up here with Gilly them. So every time I fall, guess what the people do? They catch me and me back up. That's why I fell out those. No, all black people getting them down on contract. No, nigga, I stand with the niggas. That's why they say I'm the every neighborhood. Not hood, every neighborhood. It's a book that says every neighborhood needs a Mr. Charleston. It's documented. And we finna start having book tours and book signings with this children's book. So Gilly had an opportunity to build and bridge because I offered him peace when they wanted me to bash him the day his son died. And I got mad at a friend publicly. I publicly chastened my friend, somebody who I got a lot of respect and admiration for out of New York City, my man Blitz. I chastened my brother in front of the world to show mercy and compassion for this brother, only for him to speak the words about a rat, and there's no paperwork on me. See, now he called me street shit. He called me a snitch and a rat, which I play on. There's no paperwork on me. They got paperwork on everybody except Charleston White. They done showed snitch paperwork on everybody except Charleston White. So I'm saying, get it. Where's the paperwork for you to be so adamant about me being a snitch and we promoting law-abiding citizenship to our community? Where's the paperwork, people? No paper, no arrest. They haven't even shown an arrest record. So I'm saying, come on, get it. So nigga, it's fuck your son because I know what kind of pain it's gonna cause you, nigga. I ain't really mad. I'm just playing the game, and I know it's gonna go viral. So I'm taking advantage of it.
Now, what do y'all think about that? Well, I know you got the we're gonna be split on whether you readily accept his comments or not. But aside from that, like I said, here's a dude that you know, he has some valid points. You know, he's saying in real life he for the people. He's an advocate for youth who on death row and all kind of stuff. And he has a long track record of proving that. You know what I mean? Where if you can't pull up no paperwork showing that you're a community activist and that you got something positive for the community, then you know what can you say to somebody who rolled up their sleeve and they doing the work? You know, he said when he well, I don't want to quote the man word for word verbatim, but he said he couldn't really get no rhythm in the beginning because you know people when you talk positive, that's not where they at with it. You know what I mean? But when he come through like, what's up, you bitch ass cartoon ass nigga, you know what I mean? When he go there, then you know now you got traction. You know what I'm saying? You surrounded by some hoes and you talking shit. Now you got traction. But when you try to be suited up and you know you know legitimate, that's not how you win out here. That's not how the algorithm wins out here. People is into thinking they got ops. And this whole thing about ops that this young generation then gravitated toward probably came from my generation in Chicago because, you know, we had oppositions we call them oppositions for a reason. You know what I mean? It wasn't just you a op. Hell no, you were like an opponent, you know what I mean? You a motherfucker that, when you come out the house, you gotta dive in the bushes because we gonna try to lay your ass down. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So they were really, really opponents, you know what I mean? Like in a video game where you only get one man, you know what I mean? So people who live that lifestyle, they know. They know what the ops is, you know what I mean? So um our language, our lingo has been hijacked, and the young cats, bless they heart, they monetized it. But like I said, when you in the hood in Chicago and you um let me see, uh economically disadvantaged and you lean toward uh the streets, uh there's no theme song with that. You know what I mean? It ain't no music playing in the background, when all of this when all these things is transpiring. So, you know, I just would encourage the young dudes just be mindful of that, you know what I mean? That it's entertainment and all that. But the music is now it's different. But okay, we don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother show talking about the music, the music parenting, when to step in or not, or teach a young guys conflict resolution skills so they can um, uh, maneuver away from some of the pitfalls that's out here, because a lot of things can happen if you let the streets raise your kid, and that's just what it is. So let me see what he's talking about again.
Remember, I came to the internet to play the villain. I said, fuck Nipsey Hussle at the first. Nipsey Hussle had just died. So why wouldn't I say fuck Cheese? And Cheese ain't nothing. I said fuck Biggie. I said fuck DMX. I said King Von got killers. I said fuck Dirt. I said fuck BG. I said fuck the Crips in the Blood. I said fuck Larry. I said fuck all of that. Raymond Washington, Tukey. You think I'm scared to say fuck Cheese? And he wasn't nearby as big as Nipsey and Tukey them, cuz. Who the fuck is Cheese where a nigga can't say it? I stood to Mob James and said fuck Mob Haru in front of Mob James. I stood in front of Polar Marvin and Melvin Palmer and said fuck the Crips in the Blood. Who the fuck is Cheese and Gilly? Y'all been fucking gangbangers. Nigga, I got hit in the head in the body. Nigga, I went to sleep in the hood. Nigga, you think I'm scared of Cheese and Gilly? A ghost right nigga for cash money?
But Cheese, and maybe not necessarily Cheese, right?
He suffered from his father's sin. A father who still upholds street culture, and his son cannot rest. His son cannot get justice because his father, in his heart and in his mind, still upholds street code. You can't serve two masters. You can't bury your son in Muslim attire, Muslim gear, and still hold up on the street code. I don't think you a snitch, and you need a snitch to get this murder solved.
Yeah. Listen, that's the part when I sit and I speak to you. When I sit and I speak to you, I said it to you earlier. I'm like you have a point with what you're saying. I'm not gonna go. I just had a son. Right? I just had a daughter.
Yeah,
for me, it's time to go. But I will say,
when Tupac said, "I fucked your wife," don't say nothing to me. if y'all didn't say nothing when Julio and Fulio and them kids and young and they don't say a motherfucking thing to me. And y'all watch freedom music develop over 10 years. Don't say a motherfucking thing to me, nigga. These babies, look down. See, he got a new song. Talking about smoking on Tuka. His mama platform. Y'all ain't never got Tuka mama platform. I call Tuka mama a voice. How the fuck y'all bitch? Let me call her mama. I'm gonna call her mama right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, this dude, is shooting from the hip. And normally you gotta have, you gotta have a vicious team behind you to even come like that. You know what I mean? You need more than some money because everybody got money. You know what I mean? These niggas hustling all night to get some bread, so and they'll put it on your motherfucking head. So it ain't just about no money. You gotta have either you gotta have a death wish or something. You know what I mean? Or you are terminally ill, or you just don't give a fuck about your own life. But I think when you take a stance like him for what's right, you know what I mean? You just like those freedom fighters who went into the South in the 60s in the dark, in the dead of night, you know what I mean? To confront the racists. And most people don't want to do that shit. Most niggas still scared of the South at night. You know what I mean? You driving past them fucking fields and shit, thinking about slavery and all kind of creep crazy shit running through your mind, especially if you ain't from the South. Now, if you from the South, then you be walking through the woods with no fucking shoes on and shit. But if you from the North and you go to the South and driving past them motherfucking fields at night, that shit is a motherfucker. You start thinking about historically what happened and all of that, and then you had people brave enough, courageous enough, uh, you know, who went down there not not knowing what the fuck was gonna happen, why the white people was killing motherfuckers, and they went down there and did their thing. So uh for him to take this position, I think it's sobering, you know, even though people might not like it. Sometimes you can't give a person the truth with some peppermint. You just got to give it to them and say, hey, you're going to take it. Or it's going to get worse before it gets better and all that type of shit. But, like I said, I like dude. I think he should run for president. Only because I like this brand of honesty. And I like it. You know what I mean? So if you don't like it, then keep hiding in the motherfucking dark. First, first you could tell a cat how beautiful it is out in the light and how they would love it and all that. But when a motherfucker is living in the dark for so long, when you pull them into the light to see how vivid the colors is and all of that, he'll kill you because he liked the dark. Now think about that.
Got me fucked up. Fuck you. Y'all ain't never apologized to Tuka. Never. Never. I came to the internet disrespecting you niggas.
I noticed a lot of people saying you're going too far. You say that's what you do.
That's what I go too far. I'm known for going too far. I'm the first black man in America to come to the internet bragging about killing white men and raping white women. No other nigga been that bold. I bragged about it. I'm calling Tuka mama right now.
I'm waiting.
Nigga, this is my playground. If they ain't figured this out yet, this is my playground. How you doing, Miss Dominique? I'm doing fine. Hey, listen, I got the internet mad at me, mama. What you do now, bro? They saying fuck somebody dead. They wasn't mad when they were saying fuck your baby, so I'm mad. When they were saying all this fuck your baby, what was you doing? You was pleading and crying. Yeah, to get to the stop. And to this day, ain't nobody apologize to you. Gilly, JC, nobody from the industry have called and tried to make it right with you. So they better not say nothing to me till they make it right with you. I love you so much. I love you too, mama. They better say the motherfucking thing to me till they make it right with you, mama. That's right. Reached out enough. That's all I wanted, mama. I'll call you later. Okay. All right. My nigga, don't y'all say nothing to me. Don't y'all say nothing to me.
Yeah.
So now,
Get it back with her and rap about it and make millions. Take a King Von and Wally and Yellow, lay next to them demons and admire them, homie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all make it back.
Yeah. They did do that. They did do that. Yeah. Yeah. They did. They did do that. So, like I was saying, man, what the shit?
Y'all don't got arcade, y'all better get arcade.
Hold on.
The best samples in the game.
Virtual instrument.
Hold on, we got a Joker's talking. He ain't supposed to be talking. I'm gonna need you to be cool, Joker. Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But like I said, he got a point. People don't they glamorize the wrong cats. You know, and it's always been like that though. The what is it? The dope boys. The dope boys always been celebrated in the hood. You know what I mean? The successful ones, and even the not so successful ones. But the ones who buy little outfits and shit. You know what I mean? Baseball outfits or football apparel for the neighborhood, and come back and throw some bread back. People just become like a little hero, even though you killing people to get to that status. You know what I mean? If you're not killing them physically, then you're killing them, with the narcotic. So, but we celebrate people like that because that's just what's up. The guys going back and forth over who sold the most dope. To this day, you got cats making a living off how much dope they used to sell. And that's all they want to talk about because that's all they know. All they know. And they don't want you to steal their likeness or their image. They'll sue you for it. Now, if you take their name or do whatever, you know what I'm saying, and make any kind of money off some lyrics or whatever, and it's too close to somebody else's lifestyle or likeness or imagery, you know what I mean? Then here they come, they can lawyer it up now. They saying, hey, I did this in real life. You didn't plagiarize my life and put it in a song, or you didn't stole my name. You know what I mean? I'm Shorty G. You feel me? Or I'm Larry. You know what I mean? And they think the GD's got it. Rick Ross for I'm sorry, you got a Joker coughing in the background. You got them. They was at Rick Ross was saying, talking about Larry. You know what I mean? But like I said, in Chicago is just different. You know what I mean? It's very real here. You know what I mean? Not to say that it's not real other places, and other places got their own way of handling things, but in Chicago it's just a little different when you're dealing with them tops. Even though Chicago, we'll kill them motherfucker that's at the top. You feel me? So um a lot of times jail will be the safest place for a nigga with some rank. Cause if you out in the streets and the everything is designed for you to be knocked off, really, because it's too much money, power, dope and diamonds and death. Shit. So somebody not gonna like you calling plays on them and making them feel any kind of way, you know what I mean, in front of these hoes or not any slight especially on the street. And it's totally different now. I'm talking about when I was coming up. Now it's like, you know, at least we could fight and shit. You know what I mean? These niggas don't even fight. They don't even know how to fight. They don't even want to fight. A motherfucker gonna push your shit back. Just ain't no fight. You know what I mean? Ain't no fighting. So you got the empty clip up here. You know what I mean? So uh if you really ain't like that, then you, you have to watch your motherfucking mouth, because motherfuckers up here is notorious for empty clips. Not taking nothing away from other places, but going back to what dude said, you doing this for what? Y'all at each other for what? Your opposition how? Now it got to the point where it's so many casualties on each side. How do you resolve that? You got a lot of people out here trying. They got a lot of anti-violence organizations that's instrumental in trying to keep some of the violence down and keep some of the stuff from jumping off. We had an organization called Ceasefire. It's a mo of them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people behind the scenes that be doing stuff that you'll be surprised. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's deep. But back to the dude we gonna elect for president, man. I think you heard a little excerpt of how passionate he is about what he feels is right. And I don't know who could say he's wrong. But you got two sides to all of it. It's like these guys got a right to make money off of their talent. And they came from that little area that they talking about where Little Dirk and FBG Duck and King Von and FBG Cash and there was some more of them. I think FBG Duck had a brother or whatever. That little area that these dudes come from is a very small area, you know what I mean? Like, and they were really, really, really talented. To make it through all the pitfalls that could have happened. Um, they kind of rose to the top. So I don't knock the drill music, because I mean, people, they was making heavy metal music, slashing motherfuckers, talking about suicide and killing motherfuckers and all kind of shit. They've been doing that shit forever in heavy metal music, and nobody said nothing to them. Nobody say nothing to them about making heavy metal music. And they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. You don't say, oh man, you said kill this and kill that. Whatever. We can have a show just on the heavy metal lyrics versus the fucking drill music lyrics. And we can see which one is more, egregious. Which one is more unconscionable and shit. You know what I mean? I haven't seen them motherfuckers go on trial for no heavy metal song. And fuck, you got dudes always wiping out their whole motherfucking family or shooting up a fucking school and shit. And ain't no telling what the fuck he was listening to before he fucking did it. But chances are he wasn't listening to no motherfucking King Von or no goddamn Lil Durk or FBG Duck. So knock it off with that shit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna look at it objectively, then look at it, all the way around the board. And if these dudes got autonomy and they got creative control, leave them the fuck alone. So what, they made millions of dollars, you know what I mean? Off hip hop. For people from Chicago, let me tell you why we like King Von so much. I can't speak for everybody. I definitely can't speak for the whole Chicago. You know what I mean? But King Von, it was just good to see somebody from those type of conditions make it. That's what it was about with King Von. A dude who didn't forget where he came from, who had made it, who had arrived in this rap game or whatever, and was giving back to his community. Now, did he have some nefarious beginnings? Yeah. But a lot of, he's not the only one. He's not the only one who did what he had to do before he before he blew up or whatever. You know what I mean? So there's been a lot of people like that. Some people do anything for some fame. Now, don't get it twisted. You see what the fuck Diddy going through? Yeah. So allegedly going, he might not be going through nothing because everything is allegedly. You know what I mean? Because hell, if you trying to put him in jail, and if everything y'all saying is true, hell, that's what the fuck you can't hurt this. You can't hurt him putting him in jail. Shit, he'll be happy like a cat with a bag of mice. The fuck? If you put him there, if what y'all saying is true, so I don't think it's true, and I think it's just I think the industry has been very wicked. You know what I mean? But who would like to think you got to knock a motherfucker pipe down before you can be famous? And that's the only way you can be famous. Ain't that a bitch? If that's the case, then and if all these dudes is on some cartoon ass shit, then your favorite whoever is not right. Whoever the fuck it is, because it might mean that he had to do something tripped out just to get on and shit. So of course we can't honor that type of shit, but that's probably how it always has been. It's been unspoken, and people don't like to talk about that. So that's just the way it is. But now that everything's coming out and everybody's being transparent, maybe we can also look for dudes to have more control over their art and more control over their mind. You know what I mean? And not necessarily put yourself in precarious situations that you might not agree with. You know what I mean? So, but hey, that's just what it is. But I'm finna sign off. This is your mama channel. Tell your mama to get up. She done fell asleep. Put her wig on. Put her teeth in. You feel me? And go get some water. All right. So, yeah, I said go get some water. Yeah. Tell her that. And this is your host. Don't worry about who I am. I'm just your host. That's it. Somebody else might be the host next time. But I'm your host. I was tapped to do this. So this is your mama channel. And I'm out.